And welcome into the Wild West edition of the Spiel. It wasn't intended to be that way, but this was a Christmas gift. I love hats, and this has become my favorite hat because I have an enormous head. I really do. It's like 7 3/4 inch head. It's just big, and sometimes hats won't fit. But I thought it was really interesting because this week I finally caved and did that, what is it, the AI generated avatar? Am I the only one that did that?
No.
Oh, everybody did it. Great. Well, we're going to open that up and everybody can show. This was my avatar. Okay. And then look at this. Wait. So this is apparently me. Man, they're thinking like, I mean, that's pretty good. Lucas, you didn't really care for yours.
I just thought they looked goofy.
You did?
Yeah.
You're like, no, I'm not buying it.
Yeah, like they looked way better than I actually look in person. I mean, I'm basically just like catfishing everybody.
Oh, that's hilarious, which we do oftentimes. I mean, that's the beauty of television. Yes, we do. Oh. Now, it's funny because our graphics guys and all the animators, they're like, don't talk to me, Angie, because if you have these automatically generated things, artificial intelligence, does that put us out of work?
Yes.
Oh, I got some no's and some yeses, and it can, right? No, I disagree, though, because I'm with Lucas. It's not quite there yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, the intelligence is still fairly dumb.
Well, it is artificial.
Anyway, so you're a rock star, as is this mom, guys. I don't know if you've heard about it. You've seen her picture everywhere. Donna Kelsey. She is the first mother to have 2 boys playing in the Super Bowl against one another. Awkward Thanksgiving, right? Well, here's how she's handling it. So she's gonna dub it the New Heights Bowl, and she's using a hashtag you can follow along. It's Heights, Highland, and UC Bearcat Super Bowl. You know why? Because both boys attended Cleveland Heights. She now lives in Orlando, by the way, and they attended University of Cincinnati. And she says she's strictly rooting for the offense. And the boys will never be on the field at the same time. So see, that's cool.
I feel like one of the coaches should put one of them on defense.
That's just like surprise,
yeah.
Right? They're like right there in front of each other. That would be fantastic. Whenever you're watching this, it's a great story. So you need to check it out. They are petitioning right now for her to flip the coin. Again, I don't know. That would be tough as a mom, right? It's like, all right, boys, here we go. Listen, we're going to play. We're not going to fight. You know what I mean? And then they say, well, what do you do when one son's going to win, the other one's going to lose? And she said, you give them a hug. That's all you can do. But look at Lucas. He's over here being cynical because despite the fact that this woman had to jump a plane on the same day to see both their wild card, bids, you're saying that you don't think that one of the teams necessarily needs to be there.
Okay, here's what I'm upset about.
Geez.
You ready?
Yeah.
We're talking about the Super Bowl.
Right.
Whatever.
What?
The World Cup just happened like a month ago,
Listen,
and we never talked about it.
We gave you, that is not true. We let you talk about the World Cup.
You didn't let me talk about it for a full show.
What do you have against Kansas City?
Oh, nothing.
You just said you didn't think that they should.
Oh, I didn't like the bad calls in the Cincinnati game.
Terrible calls?
Yeah. It wasn't necessarily that Kansas City shouldn't have won. It was that the refs should have done better.
Okay, so the brother should just be happy he's there, right?
I mean, yes. He should always be grateful.
Always be grateful. Look, I love how you turn that negative into a positive. So you bash people, you lift them right back up.
Well, not the refs. They can stay
bashed.
Not the refs,
yeah. Look, no matter when you watch this show, it's a cool sibling rivalry. We always have rivalries going on here, but we have a great show, I promise you. This next story I'm super excited about. We have music, as we always do, and then, of course, we're going to Spiel it where?
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen, and we want to thank Prairie Farms for that. So stay right there. We'll be right back. Wild, Wild West. Oh, you want the lasso? Okay, that's too much. We're gonna cut. Time out. Refs, jump in.
The teachers are really good, they're understanding.
All our faculty here teach from experience.
I love it. It's so hands-on.
They want to see us succeed.
There's so many options, so many things they can choose from.
I wasn't just another statistic out there.
My advisors and my professors have been very helpful.
I've felt completely at home from the first day.
Everyone has been so welcoming and helpful and encouraging. It's made it really easy. So I would for sure recommend John A.
A siren sounds at the White Correctional Center twice a day. It signals to the inmates it's time to be counted.
I don't have anything but a badge and an ID number.
Now listen, we're not going to watch that news story all the way through because the Spiel is meant to be a ray of light. It's meant to showcase those stories, unfortunately, that sometimes you have to watch a person go to the bottom to begin their climb to the top. And this story is about an expectant mom who was sentenced. She was about to be taken to prison, and then a journalist of 20 years who believed in her and loved her family through it. And here we are 20 years later. My friend Katie Heath.
Hey.
It was tough, man. I had not, we see each other on Facebook.
Yeah.
And we stay in touch there, and I know about your babies and their life and what you're up to. But yet, when I could see you physically and hug you, and it was such a different
Feeling.
Absolutely. And you're gorgeous.
Thank you.
You were beautiful back then, just large. We were both large, and we were both pregnant. And this particular, there you are, girl.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's me.
And you were there with how many inmates that day? I interviewed several who were pregnant in prison.
There was 15 total, I believe, and you were going to pick three to
And
5.
I said that? That's not nice. And everybody has stories, right?
Well, I think you just said you wanted someone that had already had a baby, someone was getting ready, so you kind of had an idea of how you were going to do it. And you ended up having a group of five of us, but 3 you were going to focus the segment on. So.
And we did, and I think we were nominated for an Emmy or something. Or I know this story, guys, it has so many twists and turns. And, I think we'll begin this way. When you're young, and even when you're older, when you associate with the wrong crowd, and you're in the wrong place, and you're doing things that you know you should not be doing, that feeling comes from somewhere.
Yeah.
And this happened to you. You got mixed up in a whole lot of bad stuff.
I did.
Talk about it.
I really learned, I started self-medicating at the age of 14, 15, and then it kind of just spiraled from there. And so you can take an addict out of an environment, but not the addict out of the addict. And so moving from one town to another didn't fix it. I didn't even really get the services or learn coping skills until I reached the White Correctional Facility. And that's where I said, hey, look, I need help.
Yeah.
I've got a problem. And so that's where I entered into counseling and started working on learning relapse prevention, dealing with the mental health issues that I had as well, dealing with the trauma that I experienced. And then, because I wanted to be a mom, I wanted to be a better mom,
Because you had Clayton at home at the time.
Yeah, I had Clayton at home. I was pregnant with Gage.
Clayton was how old?
He was 3.
3 years old. Okay.
Yeah, he was 3.
Thank God for your mom.
Yes.
And your dad.
Yes. And so I was sitting there just kind of like, what am I going to do? And the guidance counselor there said, hey, there's this mother-child reunification program. You're pregnant. You can go there. It's full-on treatment, 24 hours a day. It's in Chicago. You can take your baby with you. And I was like, where do I sign up?
Right.
And so 7 days after Gage was born, we were then transferred to the Women's Treatment Center in Chicago.
But don't get any ideas. It was like the most grueling, heartfelt explanation of how it's going to go down. And it is the most unnatural way of having a child. And not all women had the luxury to go be with their babies.
No.
Oftentimes they take those children and you don't know when they're going to be reunited.
Right. They become wards of DCFS.
Yeah. So you're behind bars.
Yep.
Water breaks, got to go have the baby. How's it going to go? Or how did they it's awful.
There wasn't a lot of explanation. I mean, I guess considering all things considered, it was a good prenatal care,
Right,
but you
right.
would walk
They have to do that.
Where you would walk to a facility, they would just measure, poke around. I didn't know if Gage was a boy or a girl. Any kind of issues. I mean, I got one sonogram when I entered into receiving. They turned.
We just saw your mom
Yeah,
right away.
they turned the camera, said, "Yep, you're pregnant." I seen the little thing. They turned it, and it was gone. Go into the next room to get my heart rate checked and stuff like that.
Right.
So it was just a
Cold
assembly line, yeah,
and benign.
yeah.
Just they didn't want you to feel anything because tough. I mean, when you have that baby, if all goes well, like the warden said, if it's a natural childbirth and
24
goodbye,
hours.
goodbye.
24 hours. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, for any mom out there, and at the time I was expecting, and I remember looking at you, and the difference between Katie's interview and everybody else, and I had been in many prisons, and everybody's innocent, by the way, in prison. They'll tell you they are. But I looked deep into you, and I don't think you ever stopped crying during your interview, and we were there for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't innocent. I did what I did, and I actually, I'm grateful. I can shake hands with the people that was part of putting me where I needed to be. I needed to be there. I needed to do that time, and I needed to learn those skills.
But we hope that if you're watching and you're where Katie was so many years ago, reach out and let's hope it's not the Department of Corrections and the justice
Absolutely.
system that has to get involved to help you make those corrections. So we're going to go to break, and when we come back, this story has an incredible ending. So stay right there. We'll be right back. So good.
Kind of all a blur, but I heard everybody breathe. Like it was like everybody was like. And I looked
You
at my
were blacked out.
Yeah, I looked at my attorney. I said, "What just happened?"
I didn't say it.
Honey,
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
We just did. Yes.
Dolly Parton is extra over the top.
Yes, stacked.
I highly recommend starting at a community college such as John A. because we are a smaller step for the transition to college. It's a big transition for anybody, and a lot of times for students with disabilities, it's an even bigger transition. And so we have a great student success center here where we have a staff that's dedicated to really helping that student succeed.
We have all kinds of different providers, from doctors, nurse practitioners, pediatricians, mental health. Pretty much anything that you need, we have available.
We can take care of anybody that needs our help.
We just want to help you.
We're helping those that otherwise might not receive the care that they need.
Well, we can see people that normally wouldn't be able to get to someone. We are here to help you and on your team.
My dad came here in the early 50s and started. My name's John Smith. My brother Terry and I have Smith Dairy Farm, and we're producers of milk for Prairie Farms Dairy. And we're outside at 4:30 in the morning. Cows need fed 365 days a year, and you learn the mannerisms of each animal. You learn who they are. Prairie Farms, they depend on us to be finished milking at a time when the truck's going to come to get the milk. We're all one big team.
Proudly farmer-owned.
It's part of what we've been raised to do.
Prairie Farms.
Interview take two.
Now, Katie Heath, who was once pregnant in prison, and you're coming out. You've had your baby. We feel relieved. You know what you have to do. You know you have to get on that road to recovery. You have to stay on that road, and you have to you have to find that positive in all that bad stuff that happened, right? Mm-hmm. So you come out, and do we think we're in the clear at that time, or what happens next?
I kind of felt like, throughout the time when I was incarcerated, there was a lot of federal things going on, a lot of indictments with a lot of people that
they were making examples of people.
They were, and I knew most of them, and most of them knew me. So there was always in the back of my mind. I honestly felt like I probably would have not made it out of Dwight, that they would have handed down the indictment before I ever got to leave with Gage to go to the treatment facility.
Right.
But, I made it through those doors, holding my baby, getting in the van, going to Chicago. I made it out of Chicago, with, and there was Clayton waiting on me and my mom, and we come home. So, I was kind of maybe starting to be a little comfortable.
We're documenting all of that, because I continued to follow your journey.
Yeah, and then, so I was thinking, okay, maybe I'm okay. And then April 27th, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. I was feeding Gage a bottle, and I heard that familiar sound. And as I started to walk towards the back of the door, where my mom's door was, I seen the chief of police. And I knew, and then the guy kind of turned and it said U.S. Marshal down his sleeve. And so I was federally indicted. Yeah.
They took you that morning? You had to leave the baby then, right?
Yeah,
Again.
yeah, unfortunately, heartbreaking. I had to, the police officer went upstairs and woke my mom up. He's familiar with our family, obviously, and my mom got up, and there stood Clayton, my sister Mariah, and then he handed Gage to my mom, and I was taken off in cuffs.
Yeah, I don't know how soon after she called me, but then, here's the issue. Very rarely when you leave an interview, you're thinking about it, you want to tell the story, and then you lose, that those relationships aren't formed. But for whatever reason, probably because I got to know you, probably because I got to know your mom, and I knew you had your young son and your baby, and I was in it. I was in it, and I said, how can I help? And in part because I believed it. I believed in you. I believe you were very honest about what you had done, your mistakes. And she kept saying, if I can just get through this, I promise that I will be a role model. I will make a positive impact on society. And let me tell you, the court system and everything she went through, and there was that time that you're sitting there and a judge is going to ask you to stand, and you were facing 20 years at that point. And we were writing letters to judges, and judges were visiting us, and one recused himself, and he knows who he is, and I love that man. But to this day, they still use you as an example, and so many people believed in you, and they were rooting for you, and I know you were holding your breath that day.
Yeah.
And then what words did you hear when you knew, okay, now is the time I can rebuild my life, now is the time I can start? What did they say to you?
Once I was removed, or was taken out of Benton, when the judge recused himself, I was transferred to East St. Louis and went from another judge, and he's now retired. But I can remember I had like about 20 people sitting in the seats, and it was kind of all a blur, but I heard everybody breathe. Like it was like everybody was like, and I looked at my attorney.
Blacked out.
Yeah, yeah. I looked at my attorney. I said, "What just happened?" And he said, "You just got time served."
Thank you, God.
And I was just like, "What?"
Right.
And that was it. And the judge said, "Katie Heath, this rarely happens, and so basically, if I ever see you again, know that you'll spend the rest of your life behind bars." And I can remember being like, "Okay."
And it's crazy because this day and age, back then not so much, but with Facebook and such, we've been able to keep up with one another. And I remember thinking, please, let's see your fruits, let's see you. And you did. I mean, every time I saw you, you were working towards betterment. And today, you're actually, are you a therapist, a counselor? You're a little bit of it all, aren't you?
I'm a little bit of it all. I am a juvenile justice therapist at the Egyptian Health Department. I also work at a private Sage Counseling in Southern Illinois in Marion. I DJ, wedding coordinate.
Awesome. Pretty cool mom.
Grandma.
You can come over now and enjoy it. Look how beautiful he is. By the way, when she was pregnant in prison, and she never left my mind, this one was born, and he was born on my birthday.
Yes.
Which was super cool.
Yeah.
I mean, by the way, we're kind of cool, right? August babies. But you're gorgeous. And how proud, you got to be so proud of Mom.
Yeah. Yeah, proud that she actually stuck through it all and being a bigger person than most people would be.
She kind of hard on all you guys, like, no, we're not hanging out with those friends. Or no, we're not going to go down that road.
Yeah, just like that.
Good. Well, I'm glad, as well she should be. Because it's kind of a messed up world, and there's temptations and such around every corner. But you got to stay on that straight and narrow, or really, really bad things can happen.
Yeah, we've been through a lot as a family, but we've also, I say together we might be a mess, but we've got it all.
We got it figured out. I mean, you're a beautiful mess, right?
Yeah, and I know the struggles as kids, and I see it every day in the job I do, and so I'm proud of them. I mean, like, we make mistakes and we learn from them. I mean, and that's what we have to.
You actually have something on your Facebook that I love, and we can all take this to heart. So you learn from yesterday, you live for today, you hope for tomorrow, and remember the importance that you never ever stop questioning things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's pretty good. I think you hit the nail on the head there.
Yeah.
And this is just one of those stories, guys, that we needed to tell. And obviously the news anchor's gone, the person Katie is gone, and you just want to leave a positive footprint. You hear people say that all the time.
Yeah.
What will you leave behind? What is your footprint? And for you, what is that?
I don't know. I'm not done. I mean,
She's still walking.
I'm still walking. I'm running for school board. I mean, I
now she's just showing off.
I mean, I got my charges expunged, so I'm gonna reach for the federal pardon on a president.
Awesome.
I've got a lot of support in that. So I don't really. I'm just not done yet.
You kind of love her. You dig her. Is she all right? Okay. Well, good deal. This is a great story. Please continue to follow her, Katie Heath, and she still talks. You give talks, and she opens with these videos, and she's been like unsung hero, and the judge who had to recuse himself, unsung. This story had so many different directions, and it's still going today.
And it's all played a part in, who and where I am now, and
Absolutely.
I'm forever grateful for that. Thank you.
Amen. All right, darling.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
I'm gonna pour a little bit of butter in here to try to moisten up.
That's a little bit.
Just a little. Well, it makes me feel better if I say that a little bit.
I'm going straight back to nowhere, 'cause that's where I should be. And when I get back to nowhere, I know that you'll be waiting right there for me.
I'm Dr. Eric Pikus, and I see patients here at the Clay Medical Center. Before the vaccines, people were getting really, really sick. And when the vaccines came out, our numbers improved dramatically. We do know that the vaccines prevent severe disease, and that's probably the most important thing. Definitely encourage people to get the vaccines. The side effects tend to be minimal, the risks are minimal, and the benefits are great.
Hi, I'm Aubrey and I work here at Logan Fitness. Our facility includes both fitness and aquatic centers and is open to both students and community members. We also offer a wide variety of health and fitness services, including fitness classes, aquatic classes, personal training, and lifeguard certification courses. Why would you work out anywhere else?
So my friends Alex and Josh are here from Sissy's. Hello.
Hello.
So they brought me a lovely apron.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us onto the Spiel.
Does it make me look thin?
It does.
Okay,
it looks
great.
really good.
In black, right? So anyway, Sissy's is this place, right, in Metropolis, and it lives online because every day in my Facebook feed, I'm like, how dare they? I mean, the pictures look so good, and just the recipes and things.
It's a sweet shop, but it's a little misleading because we do the sweets and we do the coffees. Really, we're a coffee shop. But
and
then we
sandwiches, paninis, all the good stuff.
Every once in a while, some Indian food, some,
You're just getting wild over there at Sissy's.
Whatever we can do, whatever we can come up with.
Well, I kept hearing conversations up here like a secret ingredient, Sissy's recipe. So that type stuff is, if you tell us you have to kill us.
Definitely got the secret ingredient, but we can't tell you.
Okay. Yeah, they have to kill us kind of thing. I mean, they were so sweet with the aprons and stuff, and then they're, crazy. But anyway, we are spieling it, guys, in our Prairie Farms kitchen today, and we're thrilled to have you. So we are going to make something sweet today.
Yes, we're making the Dolly Parton bars.
Oh, yes, honey.
Why they're Dolly Parton bars, I don't know.
Well, they're Dolly Parton
because they're
bars
stacked.
because there's so much to us.
I didn't say it.
Honey,
I didn't say it.
We just did. Yes.
Well, Dolly Parton is extra over the top
Yes,
stacked. So we've got 7 layers in this bar, and it starts with the graham cracker crust. It's got a little bit of salt and sugar in there for the flavor. We've got the chocolate chips, the walnuts, the coconuts, the sweetened condensed milk glaze. And then the final really, really good stuff, Ghirardelli chocolate sauce.
It's got to be Ghirardelli.
Yeah, it does. You can't skimp. You can't skimp on that.
We'll do a little extra.
All right, and then so we're gonna do that one first, and then we're gonna go to break, and we've got a second recipe too.
Yes,
Okay.
that's right. Banana nut brownies with
nut.
a brown butter frosting.
See,
So it's good stuff.
these are those type pictures that just tempt you. If you go to their Facebook and you scroll right, you'll see what I mean.
Well,
It's
you'll
just
be
not
happy
fair.
to hear everything in our shop is sugar-free, fat-free, calorie-free.
Yes.
No, not really.
Quite the opposite.
You have a whole new fan base now. All right, let's jump right in because I know you guys know what you're doing, so I'll just get out of the way and observe.
So, do you want me to do? Do you want me to do it? Okay. So what we got here is our crust. That's how we're going to start. We use graham crackers for our crust. Use a little bit of butter to stick it together. So
A little bit.
We're just gonna just a
We're
just
gonna
a
swim in
smidge,
that,
just
baby.
a smidge. I call it a splash. So we're just gonna crush up. I do a lot of things just like this. It might be a little messy, so
That's all right. If you're not making a mess, you're not doing it right. So the funny thing about this recipe, he actually is the only one that makes it now, even though I'm the one that came up with it. I introduced it at the shop, and then he come behind me and changed it a little bit, tweaked it. Oh man! But everybody loved his version so much.
Good.
I had to go back and relearn my own recipe.
So it stuck. I love
It
that.
did. It stuck, and it's so much better.
Yeah. So Sissy's has a lot of secrets inside there too, huh?
Yeah.
You know, some things you just don't talk about.
Well, you know, you can write stuff down in a recipe, but really it's about how you do it and how much love you put into the recipes.
Amen. So true. So true.
so I'm gonna pour a little bit of butter in here to try to moisten
I love
up.
that it says that's a little bit.
Just a
This
little.
good. Well,
I
it
mean,
makes
that's
me
like
feel
a big
better if
bowl.
I say that a little bit. Gotta let it all go in there. All right. So then, once you have your butter in there,
Okay.
you turn it on and kind of hold on, right?
Careful.
Because you just don't know what's gonna jump out of
This
the mixer.
KitchenAid mixer
so-
has been in the shop forever and ever. It's a 1990s model, I think.
Oh, so it may be on
Sometimes
its.
it'll just kind of take off on its own.
Okay.
You gotta catch it.
I see. So do you guys find that you have equal parts of people coming in for your sweet treats, but also now more of the savory dishes and such, or is there just a 50-50, or what are you seeing more of?
It's hard to say. We have certain days
Okay.
where everyone's got a sweet tooth, and we have certain days where everybody's there for a hot sandwich. So it just kind of
But
varies.
that lunch rush, man, when that lunch rush hits around 11, 12 o'clock, and we've got 15 sandwiches we gotta make in 5 minutes.
Oh man,
You know,
that's a lot.
we're really outgrowing that space. It's a
Are you?
beautiful
It is gorgeous. Beautiful space. You guys make your layers. Make
Incoming
Dolly come to
butter.
life. Yeah.
And graham cracker. Okay, so
This-
sorry if that was a little loud, guys.
Too sweet, too
You gotta
salty.
get it
What do we
all
got?
out.
It's wonderful.
All right.
So what this is gonna do is give you, if I can get it laid out.
Just get your fingers
man.
in
So
there.
how much of all
look
this
at that.
stuff do you have to make every day?
Hold on. We
It
make
depends.
this thing at least twice a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes if it's really busy, like during Superman Festival,
Oh,
3 times a
gosh.
week.
Okay.
This doesn't look like, don't be fooled, that it's gonna go anywhere in this pan, but
Yeah. It's fine.
you gotta work it.
Here it is. By the beauty of television, we'll just speed it up at this process.
There you go.
Fast forward.
So is this sugar and salt?
Yeah.
Yeah, give us a little.
Oh, yeah.
Just
yeah.
a,
you
just,
want me to?
Yeah, just get you a pinch.
Actually, Rob, a little bit. Rob is this guy.
Here we go.
You do it? Okay.
Yeah. That's the technique right there. That's what makes it so special.
Okay, with a little. Watch this.
There you
Hang
go.
on.
There you
Like a-
go.
Oh,
Okay.
the shoulder.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a new one. That's a new
That's
move.
awesome.
That's a new move.
There we go.
We're learning things.
Yeah. Don't try that though. Somebody could get hurt in the making of that if you do that.
Okay.
We got it like we like it.
I think we're about there. The cool thing about this recipe is that it doesn't really have to be exact.
Right.
And you can kind of change it up however you want.
I think the more of everything, the better.
Me
Measure
too.
with your heart.
Me too.
Yeah. This one back here. Measure with your heart. Change it up whenever you want. Just throw a little something extra in there.
Then I take some chopped up walnuts. Again, if you want to add a little extra, you want to have a little less, that's fine. You don't even have to add it if you don't want to.
Have you ever tried it with pecans? Or
I
is
have
it-
not.
Okay.
I've thought about it.
See, that walnut's got that nutty
It
flavor
does.
to it, but
It
it's
does.
not hard like a pecan.
Right.
It's that soft nut.
Right,
So
right,
you
right.
Sink your teeth right into it. See, when you work at a bakery like that, you don't get to taste a lot of stuff. Otherwise, I'd be, you know, 600
You have to
pounds.
keep your figure.
Yeah, like 3 times a day. I'm
So it
always
always looks really good.
Stop feeding me. I know. But you made it. You need to make sure it's good. I'm like, I know it's
You
good.
gotta
Just
try
trust
it.
me.
Yeah.
Just trust me. Then we're just going to, sorry about that. Then we're just going to put some, well, man, I can't keep
You're
them in
okay.
there.
You're okay.
Put some chocolate chips on top.
Now, you talked about the drizzle and how important it is to go with a certain type. Do you feel that way about your chips?
Gotta have the Toll House.
Okay, Toll House, just the milk chocolate, not the dark chocolate.
Milk
Okay.
chocolate. That would totally change the profile, but
Okay.
that would be a good twist, like a special.
There it is. So you can name, listen, you do the pecans and the dark and you name it the
Yeah.
Angie.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, not that I'm saying I'm stacked or anything.
Okay.
It's nothing like the Dolly. It's the Angie. Do you want the
So-
Angie or the Dolly?
What are you doing after this? Let's
Yeah.
go back to the shop.
Exactly.
We got some more ideas to work out.
Beautiful. But, you know, this has become such a thing nowadays where before, you know, people, you'd go out to eat, but not, you go in search of food now. People look for those experiences and they
Absolutely.
want to walk into a place like yours and just see what you have that day or just to smell, you know, what the smells are and things like that. So it's a real culture.
My name is Martha Peebles, and I'm the Associate Professor and Program Coordinator of the Medical Assistant Program here at John A. Logan. I think the best thing for me is seeing my students blossom and seeing them in their jobs as medical assistants. Students come to me, they're working a job they're not real happy with, and then they come and they graduate and they get jobs. It's a change in their lifestyle, not only their career, but a change in their lives that is just remarkable.
All right, Angie, what do you think? Does it smell about?
You know what? I trust you. So the nose knows. Let's
smells
give it a
nutty, smells chocolatey,
that's
smells
it.
coconutty.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, what do you think?
Oh, be careful,
Yeah?
don't spill it, because I will eat it off the
good.
floor if I need to.
Everybody loves melted chocolate.
Oh, that Ghirardelli chocolate sauce.
Crazy. No fat, no calories.
None at all. Mm-mm. It's
No
good for the
truth.
soul.
No truth here on the Spiel. Okay, we're excited. So
go.
we're gonna definitely sample some of those. And again, it's the Dolly
Parton bar.
Dolly Parton bar because it's stacked for you, right? At Sissy's sweet shop in Metropolis. Now we're jumping into some nutty banana.
Banana nut brownies.
Okay,
With
see?
brown butter frosting, which I'm working on the butter right now, so I'm going to have to multitask just a
Yes,
little bit.
because we're gonna make a brown butter frosting or
Now,
cinnamon.
what you're looking for in that
Okay.
is you're looking for those little brown flecks to start coming up
Yes.
off the bottom of the pan.
Yes.
And you really got to keep an eye on it because as soon as those turn black, it's over. It's done. Start again.
We will get our batter going for our banana nut brownies.
Okay.
So we're going to start with our butter. Butter.
Everything's homemade. Somebody's Sissy's recipe, right?
That's right.
That's
Love
right.
And then we're going to put our sugar in there. Let's go ahead and start our mixer up so we don't have too much going in there at once.
Should we start a GoFundMe for a new mixer? Or is this one nostalgic?
I'm attached to this one,
I
actually.
figured. Some people are like that. Like, no, I'm going to use this forever. Yeah. Like, will not.
We have a different kind, but it's not preferred.
He's
it's a different kind of design.
really this one. It's like the pins start wobbling out, and every once in a while he's got a hammer, a trusty hammer, off to the side, and he'll just whack it back into place.
Yeah, I actually did that this morning. So
Good job. What do you think? Are we good?
I think you can still.
We're still good? Let it go. Let it go.
Keep
You
going.
heard him
He's
say
got
it.
an eye on the mixture, an eye on the butter. He is the multitasking man.
Okay, good deal.
I am trying to get the butter and sugar cream together, which is good to do
Okay.
for lumps. While this is getting pretty close here.
Okay.
Not so worried about that as I am.
Well, I'm extremely nervous standing here. Like, I don't feel like I can take my eyes off of it.
Me too.
The
It's
heat
kind
in
of
the
like
kitchen.
popcorn. Just can't forget one of the most important parts. Our bananas.
Yes.
If we wanted to have a banana taste.
You gotta have the.
What is that? I heard something so sad. It wasn't sad. It was actually, I don't know, it was insightful or encouraging, but an aged friend of mine, she's knocking on 100. She goes, honey, just put it this way. I don't buy any green bananas anymore. She doesn't wait for them to ripe. Like, isn't that something? And it made me, she goes, I don't buy any green bananas anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Any chance you get, you got to go talk to your grandmas and grandpas.
Please, so missed if you don't. And the things they'll divulge around their kitchen table, it's like, no, you didn't. She's like, oh, yes, I did.
Because they'll give you, the green ones.
Did one of them jump out? Oh, they jumped out.
We got a runner. You
guys have too much fun with that mixer. Like every day, I can tell.
You really got to watch it. It's got a mind of its own. Okay, we're starting to get a good foam on there. So the next stage is that brown fleck. Yep, we're right about
You got Jacob, you need to come in and count. I got a feeling this is going to be something here. So the flakes will just come to the top?
Okay, now smell it. You smell that difference?
Oh, wow.
That richness?
Yes, so good.
Just combined our bananas and our batter together.
Okay.
So that's ready to go.
All right.
Oh, don't forget the secret ingredients.
Oh, the secret ingredient.
Oh, yes.
We almost forgot it in the lovely translucent there. Yes.
Mason jars. What our secret ingredient is.
I know what it is.
Do you, though?
It's moonshine.
No, that's our bourbon bread pudding.
Oh, yes, honey, you haunted me with that on Facebook, too.
Bourbon pecan bread pudding, and that is so
I gained weight just looking at your sites.
That smells so good. Okay.
Okay, you think we're good?
Gonna let that kind of
we let it sit.
Simmer for a minute. And then this here is gonna be our dry ingredients. So we're gonna do our flour.
Nice.
Yes. And our baking powder. Baking soda.
Baking soda.
Yes. Jeez. See, this is why he's the baker.
Love that. He studied in what? Petty or someplace, and you studied where? Denmark.
I studied in my grandma's kitchen.
I studied, in my grandma's kitchen in, where was that, Kentucky?
That was in Kentucky.
In Kentucky.
Definitely in Paducah.
You can't buy that kind of education.
No, you cannot.
Gosh, that smells so good.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts.
Some
rich smells coming out of it. And then you're going to take your very messy bowl, as you can see, and dump it in your pan here.
Do you guys really ever eat this stuff, or do you just make it for other people?
Yes. I ate one this morning for breakfast. All the time.
Truth be told.
Yeah, it's my favorite. I can find myself eating 15 desserts a day. Okay. Then we got that there.
Okay.
So this little baby is ready to go in the oven.
All right.
You ready? About 25 to 30 minutes. This is kind of...
25 to 30.
I always start with 25 and you just kind of watch it.
Okay. So we've set a timer, I think. Prescott, maybe set a timer. Miraculously, it's done.
Perfect.
And he's already cutting the bars, so he's going to be everybody's best friend.
So a little trick to this
is
you don't have to measure if you just cut the measurements right into the pan. So we use the same pan every time.
Wow.
You got 3-inch marks right there.
Look at that. That's something. Very cool.
Nice.
Frosting making.
Yes, brown butter frosting for the top of our banana nut bars. Okay. So we got that butter nice and brown.
Yes.
But you can smell the difference from the butter before to when it's
100%.
brown. So we're going to start that. This could be a little messy. So the first thing we're going to do is kind of mix that up a little bit. Slowly pour our brown butter in.
On average, how many sticks of butter per week do you go through?
Oh,
this is trivia.
Gosh, I don't even know if I've ever really counted. Like, maybe 20 to 30 sticks of butter a week.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, more than that. Probably more than that.
I was thinking like hundreds.
Hundreds. So we're going to kind of just let that whip a little bit, get all those chunks.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely want to get it smooth.
You don't want to scrape the stuff out of there, or no?
You can, if you want to. That adds those extra little specks in there. See, there it goes. It pulled up for me.
That's pretty. Yeah.
So you can add a little bit extra. Oh, there it is. There's that color right there.
That's good. That is good.
You got a nose for this.
Well, I mean, listen, if you guys need to take a day off, call me. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'll bring the crew and we'll document it. So,
yes, all right.
Whatever happens, you guys can see for yourself. You're like, ooh,
Angie menu. Just like to scrape my side.
That looks amazing.
Look at that. Almost looks like mashed potatoes, but tastes even better. Okay. So then we're going to take that looks good.
Yeah.
It's got the little flecks of brown in there.
Yes.
Yep. And you're just gonna dump that puppy on top. I call dibs licking the spoon.
No, I was gonna say the bowl. No. I was gonna lick the whole bowl. The whole bowl. Good job. We're going to that cake wars, right? We're ready.
We're going.
Right. I'm going to go too. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to wash dishes for you. It'll be great.
Well, you know, he didn't choose to be the baker. He was just kind of thrown into that role, but he's got that attention for detail.
You got the knack.
He's got the knack.
Sissies everywhere are so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I have been a baker for approximately 4 to 5 weeks.
4 to 5 weeks. So you too, my friends, can do this in your own kitchen.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You really can. It's just, you know,
if I can do it, anyone can do it.
That is
Or
excellent,
banana nut
guys.
brownies with brown butter frosting. Say that 10 times fast.
Yes. Well, you guys, you've been a joy. You've made Sissies and your family and everybody watching proud. So
thank you.
Kudos to you, and we wish you the best of luck. And if you can clone yourselves, you can take the day off sometime and you know. So.
Angie said she would come in.
And I'm going to come with the guys and we're going to we'll take care of it one day. We'll be the pop-up and hopefully it's still standing when we're done there.
Where's the forks? I'm ready
Where's
to dig
the forks? We're gonna definitely sample it. So
yeah, do we really even need to?
that's good. We're going to go to break, but we'll stay rolling so we can just sample a little bit. How about that? They're up dancing.
Oh,
like
that makes the gigs. That's why we do.
Is that good?
Playing music to excited people.
There's no way they're all here.
They're all here.
Are you kidding me? Toss me a straight jacket. Thank you, Lucas.
And all
Great on fish, great on beef. It's even good with chips.
Hey guys, I'm Michaela Lane and welcome to my tour bus.
Okay.
They're experiencing your enthusiasm, your love.
What is it that you want to achieve every day? What is that footprint that you're trying to leave?
The Spiel presents your own 100% original new music.
What's up, y'all? This is Money Shot, and this is Back to Nowhere. It's much too dangerous with you around. And I've got to do this on my own before I turn around and I come back home. Living downtown nowhere can make you feel this way, but every time I leave this place I always seem to say I'm going straight back to nowhere, 'cause that's where I should be. And when I get back to nowhere, I know that you'll be waiting right there for me. I'm headed south, down 55, and I was wrong from you know who. And when I get back to nowhere, well, maybe I'll be coming straight. Well, I'll be coming straight back to you. And I'll be back someday. And I'm bound to do this on my own before I turn around and I come back home. Yeah, living downtown nowhere can make you feel this way, but every time I leave this place, I always seem to say I'm going straight back to nowhere, 'cause that's where I should be. And when I get back to nowhere, I know that you'll be with And when I get back to nowhere, well, maybe I'll be coming straight. Well, I'll be coming straight back to you. Going straight back to nowhere, 'cause that's where I should be. And when I get back to nowhere, I know that you'll be waiting right there for me. I'm headed south, down 55, and I was one from you know who. And when I get back to nowhere, well, maybe I'll be coming straight back to you. I'm going straight back to nowhere, 'cause that's where I should be. And when I get back to nowhere, I know that you'll be waiting right there for me. I'm headed south, down 55, and I was one from you know who. And when I get back to nowhere, well, baby, I'll be coming straight. Well, I'll be coming straight back to you. Ooh, baby, I'll be coming straight back to you. Well, I'll be coming straight back to you, you. I'll be coming straight back to you.
Okay, so it's kind of crazy. The last time I approached you guys, it was New Year's Eve. And how many people walk up and say, hey, so I have a show and like you're really good and I want you guys to come on?
You're the first.
Oh, good. Imagine that, guys. We're the first. We're the first. So awesome sound. Great party band. I mean, you guys did a great job with covers, but now we love your originals just as much. Lucas, they also said their game about Mama, the Mid-American Music Awards. They'll probably win band. Like favorite band ever. Yes. So why the name Money Shot?
We get that a lot.
Do you guys come to the microphone? I think we have one. Talk in the mic. You guys have done that before.
Yeah, there's a few different reasons, I guess. It's a shot at money. It's the money shot. It's the best chance we're going to take.
Nice.
That's what I'm going to stick with. That's the reason.
Thank goodness you didn't call it long shot. It's just money shot, right? All right. Who else wants to weigh in about what you guys are doing on this crazy journey? Get on over here. Got to get up to the mic.
So I'm Nick. I'm actually the new guy here. I joined back in August.
Were you with them New Year's Eve?
I was.
Okay.
I had a really terrible neon outfit on.
Everybody, this was the group there that night?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, excellent. Oh, I love how you call me ma'am. Thanks.
Well,
now
I
I
am
feel
respectful
really
after
old.
all.
You know?
But no, these guys are probably the best group of musicians I've ever played with. Sean back here, the young buck of the crew.
He smiles. when he's
Most
drumming.
talented drummer I've ever played with, and I mean that's out of a 30-year career. Yeah, and you know I've known Mike over here for about 10 years, working around the greater Alton area.
I met Mike New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of cool.
And we've always been playing around the same areas, same places. We've always known of each other and liked each other's work.
Right.
And then I guess they ran into some personnel issues last summer, and they're like, hey, you want to play bass in my band? I was
Love that.
Yeah, I'm there, dude. Let's do it.
Love that.
Yeah, and it's working out pretty well, huh?
We'll exit, but you guys are great. Thank you.
Thank you.
You made the drive. Like you're up by St. Louis, past St. Louis even?
Yeah.
All right. It was worth it, I hope.
It was totally worth it.
So when a crazy woman walks up to you and say, hey, I kind of want you to come on this, you just have to believe, right?
Do it, yeah.
Attractive foliage.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he is right here.
Those are probably the qualities I look most for in plants.
The Student Success Center is an interesting place because it brings together several different resources for students. The tutoring center, the writing center, counseling, the TRIO program, and disability services. What's amazing is that one student may actually need all of those services, and now we can all work really well together to identify what the student needs, make sure that they get it quickly, and then work collaboratively to make sure that support system stays strong.
Wow. was a good one, right?
That was probably my favorite.
Do you feel like you had enough of a part? I don't know that you really appeared until now.
Well, I like
behind the scenes.
My favorite aspect of being on this is it's like a Bigfoot sighting. You're like, oh, is that him? And then I'm gone. And I'm always like walking like this.
All right, well, the reason we have young Jacob, who came to us as an intern, and instead the first day on the job, we just threw him right in, right?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I said, where's your camera? Didn't I?
Yeah.
And what happened?
I didn't have it.
You didn't have, and then what happened?
I went and got it.
And then from that day forward, he's been such an integral part of the show, of growing media, and apparently some bigwig from LA called, and now you're going to this like great job or something in the sky.
I know, Los Angeles.
Yeah.
The Big Apple.
That's what they call it.
Yeah.
No, I think you're on the wrong coast, baby. You're on the wrong coast, okay? So what's up? Look how he cracked himself up.
Sorry.
So what are you gonna do?
I think I'm just gonna, I don't know, I'm just gonna try and keep doing what I'm doing and be proud of the stuff I'm making.
Mm-hmm. Which he's an incredible editor, incredible videographer. I think ultimately you want to make movies.
Yeah, well.
Okay. No matter how short, and we're celebrating him now because he has a 13-minute.
14 with credits.
14 with credits. Like, is it a world changer or just your goal is to scare the, mess out of everybody?
I don't know. I kind of just want people to see it and maybe feel a little bit seen by it. And then maybe if they get spooked along the way, then absolutely.
So we have a poster. Are we showing the poster?
Yeah, you guys are seeing it right now.
Okay, this is awesome.
You hear that, Rob?
How long did it take you on this movie?
Oh, man.
Of 13 minutes with 1 minute worth of credits?
About a year.
About a year.
Just shy of one, yeah.
Why? Is that because as an artist you're like, it's not done, and it like has to be done?
Yeah, I mean, I could have fidgeted with it and messed with it until I died probably, and I would have been happy with it. Yeah. But yeah, it's a passion project. It's my baby. When you're spending hours on every shot, it adds up pretty fast. Not even counting the writing or the previs and the safety and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know.
That's that big LA talk.
Yeah, I wanted to do it with care, and care takes time. And
Good.
so
yes. Oh, care. I'm glad you bring that up. So some people said a cake. We think not. We're instead going to give you something you have to keep alive as you move to LA.
Thank you.
Okay. Rob, you want to go ahead and fill him in on the name and how often we will be checking up, not necessarily on Jacob, but our investment here.
Yeah, so
this is you.
We have named the plant Frederick.
Frederick. Yes. Hi, Frederick.
And he's my responsibility.
He's your responsibility. And we're going to check in on you monthly.
Monthly.
To make sure that it's still flourishing.
Yes. So we will be doing a monthly check-in on Frederick in LA.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So good luck. But you keep him alive.
How big is this thing going to get?
We don't know, but we wanted it to be small enough it could fit in one of your boxes as you move to LA. But how big Frederick's going to get, we don't know. Do you know where you're living yet?
Yeah.
Okay, where is it?
What's the address?
Oh, don't.
Give us turn-by-turn directions.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. But Frederick, we wish you well. Jacob, you're the
Thank
best as well, and we do appreciate you. You're very talented. You're not going to go far though, because we can find you. We'll visit.
We're about 2,000 miles far, right?
Exactly, over there on the in the Big Apple.
Yeah,
right?
the Windy City.
But listen, we don't want our guys. We want to give something to everybody. Thank you for bringing the box up.
Yeah, of course.
So this has been one of the latest things sent to us here at the Spiel Growing Media. People just send us products to try, and this is called laundry sauce.
Yeah, I see that.
Laundry sauce. And I love how people have gotten so creative with, because it's all about the packaging. Smell good, look good, feel good.
Yeah.
Right?
Good.
So, hey, just like Oprah, you get laundry detergent. Lucas, you get laundry detergent.
It's just a box there.
It's just a box filled with like a bunch of, Rob, you get laundry detergent.
Angie, I can't even tell you how hungry I was. So this is.
No, do not eat the pods.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
Don't eat it.
Yep, there you go.
All right, look, that's good. Can you juggle? Excellent. Oh, by the way, keep liquid laundry detergent pods out of the reach and sight of children. Need I say more? Okay,
that was given it to us.
Thank goodness he can edit and shoot. But, okay, so here's the deal. What we're going to do, guys, for this company, One pod, one load, all right? So you guys each have 3. When you're home and you're doing your laundry, pop in the pod, you're recording it, right? You're recording your whole, because that's what we do.
Yeah.
And you determine if it is, read that.
The world's best smelling laundry detergent. You heard it here first.
Determine if it is the world's best smelling laundry detergent.
Yeah.
That's quite a claim.
It is.
Where is Frederick? Did you already lose Frederick?
Frederick walked away.
Frederick's gone. Oh, goodness. Thank goodness, Frederick. I was so worried about you.
I just really want to break one in my hand.
No. Should you? Yeah. I guess we could determine if it's, oh gosh. What a way to go out. And he smells so fresh. Until next week. Bye-bye.
All my gear is over there.
Dude, that was excellent though. If we have a slow-mo.
Well, I'm walking, or taking a train. I'm gonna get back, baby, gonna see that girl again. Don't you see me walking, baby? I'm walking all the time. Trying to find you everywhere, but you're just too damn hard to find. How you doing, baby? Are you feeling the pain? Like a bad dream, girl, you were standing out in the rain. Don't you see me talking, baby? I'm talking all the time. I can't find you anywhere, 'cause you're just too damn hard to find. You've been running, and I've been chasing you away.
Don't you shave my nose hairs?
Let me tell you. Hey, let's get in. This is what. Oh, God. It's doing too good at actually looking in there.
Too disgusting.
The camera's floating away. No. It's floating away.